That's a liberal.
It's like saying, would you rather have wine or water?
Wine, a half inch means a lot sometimes.
Nobody likes to eat crow. Right.
No, I'm starving.
How much is the economy today? It's that much.
Pumpkin latte sucks, and I want to speak to your manager. Objection, hearsay. Objection, leading. Objection, hearsay.
Where is that woman when Biden speaks? Get out of here. His name is pronounced Joni. And that's the end of it.
Hey, everybody. I don't know where Jen is. She's here. She's not here. It's not the night for her to not be here because I'm sick. Hi, Francine. How are you? Good to have you. Hi, Grandma Joe. Good to have you. I don't know where she went. Anyway, welcome to Right Stuff, our normal shit show on a Tuesday. And today's shit show is going to be a real shit show. Okay, Bobby Dutcher's with us. How are you, Bobby? Good to see you. And Ralph Rubinek, howdy. Here, she's popping back in again. Let's see what happens next. Okay, so wow, what a week we've had. So many things going on. I mean, this Trump trial, ridiculous. Michael Cohen, insanity. The Democrats are losing their minds because they realize that they're screwed. And we're going to have some clips of that in a minute. Let's see. Happy Mom's Day. And to you too, Lucille. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Let's see. I can't believe it was a week already. Yeah, it's been some week. Hello, Angela, Ricka, darling. Good to see you. There she is, my beautiful girl. How are you, darling?
Hi.
Hi. And Debbie's with us. How are you, Debbie? And Billy Newcomb from the Bad Squad Patriots. He's on a plane right now. He said he was going to tune in, and there he is. How are you, Billy? Bill is here from above. He's the omnipresent Bill. And indeed he is. This man does more for veterans, and everybody should give him a round of applause. Bill is just a great all-around guy. And we have Dominic Centempio, and we have, Guzzo is at the CB meeting. Oh, okay, that's right. We're into CB already. How are you, Professor? Good to have you. And we had a great one. So, hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Are you
They kept kicking me out.
What?
Kept kicking me out.
I know. Probably because you have your earbuds in. Earbuds, sometimes if you touch them wrong, you go off the screen.
Oh, God.
There's always something. Well, talking about Mother's Day, Jennifer came to visit me for Mother's Day. Yay! So I had a great Mother's Day or pre-Mother's Day with her. And I hope all the moms out there had a great Mother's Day. So today's show is called Sheeple. And the reason it's called Sheeple is because of all of the sleight of hand that's being done by the Democrats and the liberal media to try and get people to believe stuff like the economy is booming and everybody has plenty of money, as the president has said on many occasions, including today. So I thought that we'd start the show as a tribute to some moms who don't always follow you when you're talking to them. Jen, has that ever happened to you with me?
You think?
Well, let's see if this rings a bell with anybody else. Watch.
We're in the car and they pull up next to us.
What's that on your pants?
What?
Is that a stain? Oh, okay, that's just lint. All right, go ahead.
So we were in the car and then they pulled up.
Before I forget,
Mom,
did you remember to move your car across the street because they're doing a street cleaning today?
I'll move it later.
You don't want to get a ticket. Honey, them tickets are expensive. All right, go on.
So when they pulled up, we realized who they were.
For dinner? Because if you want the chicken wings, you need to take them out so they can defrost. I just thought about it. So I'm just letting you know, because before you know it, it's going to be time to cook. And
Mama, can you focus, please?
Go ahead.
So when we finally realized who they were, it was crazy because we had literally just been talking about them. So when they pulled up, Mama,
no,
are you even
I'm
listening to me? You watching TV?
I want to see real quick because they're about to announce who killed this girl. I'm trying to see if it was that nut ex-husband or not.
I want chicken wings. I'm hungry.
Well, head on over to her house. You might have some. They're unless her daughter didn't take them out of the freezer. Hello, Susan Durema. How are you? So anybody else have conversations like that with their mom? I'm just curious. Sounds like me talking to my husband. Yeah. Okay. You and me both. I'm trying to figure out what that's related to, but Bill will tell me in a minute. Okay. So speaking of people saying things or not following or just talking free flowing, we'll watch this soccer player. I thought this was funny.
Premiership Man of the Match, Mohamed Anas. Premiership Man of the Match, Mohamed Anas. Congratulations, Mohamed. I'm sure coming down here and making sure you walk away with something is a good achievement, but looking at the balance of play, I'm sure you could have won that game tonight.
Thank you very much, and I thank Almighty God who was above. I always wish to win one of these, and I got it. So thank you very much for this, for giving me this. And I appreciate my fans also. My wife and my girlfriend. My wife and my girlfriend. I mean my wife. Yeah, sorry to say. I'm so sorry. My wife, Lizzie, I love you so much. Aya, I love you so much from my heart. Né? So must keep on supporting me. And thanks for to come to the game.
Someone's going to be castrated when he gets home.
Oh, well. The things that come out of people's mouths. Let's see. My mom, when the commercials on TV are over. Yeah, exactly. Wanting the chicken wing. Yeah. Oh, okay. Bill wants chicken wings. mfpizza.com. Oh, myfamilypizza.com. Okay, got it.
My family pizza. I thought you were saying,
Right? Isn't it?
mother.
No. Isn't Shaw's place My Family Pizza? Yes. My pizza. No, it's my pizza. Just my pizza.
I think he meant MF, like mother effer.
Oh, is that Biden in disguise? What, the mother or the soccer player? Girlfriend, yeah. And he tried so hard to get out of it. Oh my gosh. I can only imagine. Oh, you got to keep watching, keep supporting me. Oh, too funny. Well, the things that come out of people's mouths. Well, here's James Carville. We all remember James Carville, right? He was the Democrat operative behind Bill Clinton's win. Do you remember, Jen? You were baby.
I know Carvel. That's it.
Not Carvel ice cream. James Carville. Well, anyway, he was doing a little Facebook Live, and I think that he said the quiet part out loud.
In Trump's more ahead than he's ever been. Fewer people think January 6th was any kind of what it was, as an assault on the temple of democracy, the Constitution. I don't know what the fuck you want to say. It's going the wrong way. It's not working. Everything that we're throwing is spaghetti at a wall, and none of it is sticking, me included. And it's hard when you're starting your 80th year, and you like anybody else, I have an opinion of myself, and the opinion I've come to is I don't matter. It doesn't matter. You can prepare, you can be on TV, or you can write pieces, you can have a YouTube channel, you can have a podcast, and nothing. And, we got to try to think of something different, because what we're doing is really, really not working.
We know he watched our podcast.
And how do we know that?
Because he said, you're nothing. It's nothing. You can have a podcast and you're nothing. Oh, shit.
Well, it's pretty bad. They realize that they're losing, that everything that they're doing is not working. Everything that they're doing is not working against Trump. And they're admitting it now. So, I mean, all of these persecutions, all of these court cases, all of the Russiagate, Ukrainegate, you name it, they threw it at him, impeachments, all this stuff, and his numbers are going up. And they're all frustrated. I mean, that was a man that was frustrated, 100% frustrated.
Well, his shirt was too tight. It was probably squeezing him a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to try not to laugh too much because when I laugh, I cough.
You know, if I get sick for this bridal shower Saturday,
you're not going to get sick through the screen. If you were going to get sick,
well, I was just with you.
Yeah, well, I tried not to touch you. I tried very hard not to touch you. Nice outfit. Yeah, Carvel's outfit. He's seeing the truth. Yeah, he is seeing the truth.
Yep.
Sounds like a Harvard graduate. Yeah. I thought he was an alien. Oh, well, listen, you know, they're doing everything that they can to get the sheeple in order, and the sheeple aren't following, right? They have all the news media, they have all the rock stars, they have all the movie stars, they have all the Hollywood, they have all the money, and it's still not working. So what's their problem, do you think? The court cases are a distraction to what's really going on, not to mention they are campaigning for Trump with all they are doing to him. Well, when you say what's really going on, what are you talking about, Debbie, about what's really going on? Because
those court cases are bogus because they're not going to hold up, but they're just doing it to keep them off the campaign trail.
They're doing it to because it's a media circus, right? It's all the media is at the courthouse, and so everybody's talking about it because the first time a president of the United States has ever been put on trial like this, and they're just trying to push the narrative out that he's a criminal. So that's their whole, that it's not like any of this is real. But it's exposing them, the Democrats. It's exposing our judiciary. It's exposing our DOJ. It's exposing our district attorneys that Soros put in place that don't do anything to prosecute real criminals, but are prosecuting Trump. So it's backfiring on them. They thought for sure that the sheeple would just fall in line, and there's plenty that are falling in line. Don't get me wrong. You've got your liberal lunatics that will look for anything that CNN or MSNBC or Joy Reid says, or the idiots from the cackling hens from The View say, and they'll just regurgitate it. But at the end of the day, they're not winning. And they can't figure out why. And I have a clue.
Oh, yeah?
This is why.
Right with you. Isn't that right, Joe? Say hi to Michael and Tanya.
Folks, I'm sorry I wasn't out here, but I've been just signing and finishing up a bill that I think all the wounded warriors and warriors care about. We just finally, thank God, provided the need to protect Ukraine with the money they need. I'm supposed to go back in and make one more call. It was the only first time I've not been with you the whole time. And I'll be very, very brief. I want to say one thing to the wounded warriors. You are the spine of America. And that's not an exaggeration. I really mean it. You're the backbone. You're the spine of America. You're the reason why we're the nation we are. You're the best America has to offer. And God love you all. That's all Oh, over here too. Well, I'll tell you what. Anyway, thank you. And Jill's going to kick me in the rear end if I don't get out of here and finish my job. Thank you. No, I really mean it. You're the sinew and spine of America. Not a joke. You know, the idea that someone would say winners and losers. And, anyway, I don't want to get going. But thank you, thank you, thank you. 1% of you, 1% of you defend all of us. 1%. And of that, those of you who are wounded, or like our son who died, are the ones who kept this country what it is.
That much of an asshole.
He needs a freaking compass. Wrong way, Joe. I mean, unbelievable.
But why did he go out so doing a very important bill, not to make sure that the veterans get housing and money that they deserve? We're giving ammunition to Ukraine.
No, we're giving money to Ukraine to pay off my bribes.
Like no one cares.
Okay. Beer nuts here. Sorry.
Did you happen to clip my TikTok that I did with them, since we're talking about Sheeple? No, I sent it to you. I guess not.
No, whatever came across my phone today is what I clipped. I've been in bed for 3 days. Sadly, there will be a massive riots while President Trump is running in total mayhem on Election Day. Yeah, the United Nations is in on this as well. Oh my famous last words. I tried not to touch you. Yeah. Who said them?
That's what they all say. That's what they all say to me.
But I couldn't resist. Wildwood, 100,000 people at Wildwood, and Scott Lebedo kicking off the show. Yep. How freaking proud are we of our friend Uncle Scotty? Yeah. He's been wanting this.
We saw him Sunday, Mother's Day. We took Judy. We saw him at Casa Belvedere. Yeah, they're having a drink. We gave him a round of applause. He came to the table. We introduced him. Now my painting behind me and the one inside is going to be worth a whole lot more.
Well, let me tell you something. Nobody deserves it more than him. This is the one thing that he begged for. He begged. Everything he was doing was to open up for President Trump. And we were doing everything we could to get him there. And God bless him. He fell in right, and the right people took hold of him. And now he's in. That's it. He's a Trumper, and Trump loves him. The protesters, Israel, inflation, sexualizing kids in school, the world issues. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, and these court cases is their way of campaigning, right? I saw somebody say it on television. One of the talking heads said that the whole, it was actually, what's his face? The old Speaker of the House. Whatever his name is. He McDonald? Said that what?
McDonald.
Not McDonald. Not McDonald. His not
McConnell. That's what I meant.
Not McConnell, the Speaker of the House. Anyway, he said that the whole goal is to keep Trump and Biden off the campaign trail because they don't want Biden on the campaign trail because he does shit like that. He was talking to a whole bunch of people that weren't the Wounded Warriors. The Warriors were behind him, and he doesn't
even know where the trail is.
Yeah,
you'll keep him off.
Yeah. Okay. Colleen Mahoney's with us. Hello, Colleen. That's okay. We're going a little slow today. The trials are the best platform for Trump to get his message out. And now he's got all the surrogates around him. So that was fantastic. Nicole Maliotakis was out there with him. Everybody's stepping up to the plate finally to defend him. And I'm happy about that. The ones falling in line are in California waiting for their free alcohol and drugs. Yeah. Did you see that?
California? Free alcohol and drugs? Where?
No. California. California is using the COVID rules now. They're giving them 2 shots a day, free. Alcoholics. Freaking Newsom, yeah.
They're giving them shots of alcohol?
Yeah, they're giving them shots of alcohol. You can get 2 shots of alcohol a day if you're an alcoholic. You can get it for free in California.
Hold on, I'm going to get my bags.
Oh my God. They're getting frustrated because their classic sleight of hand methods of distraction are no longer working as they used to. Thanks to patriots like yourself getting our collective voices out there. Well, you're right, Bill. And that's the whole thing, right? Is now we can all talk. Now we can all research ourselves. Now we don't have to listen to the CNN and NBC and ABC and even Fox and MSNBC. I was thinking about it the other day. Remember that moment in time after Trump lost in 2020 when Fox was running the other way? Even Kayleigh McEnany, Trump's own people were running away from him. Now suddenly they're all running back again because they all thought he was going to go down because they all knew this was coming. And nobody could believe that this man could survive it. But of course he could survive it because Americans are smart. We are smart. Yes, we may have an obsession with Kim Kardashian's ass. And yes, we may be sports addicts, but we're smart enough to understand our government. And that's only because Donald Trump was president and he uncovered all the slime and wiggly things that were underneath the rocks of the swamp. Okay, let's see. He is such a liar. Who's such a liar? Oh, Biden, 100%. His whole career is a lie. Thinking everyone is in on this, they need some way to get people emotionally involved before they begin World War III. Well, I don't know how we're going to get people emotionally involved. People are emotionally involved, but they're all over the place. He replaced homeless and veterans with the undocumented. Yes, he did. Oh my God, I can't take it. I know. It's so scary. This coming from a man who has no spine. Newsom, I'm guessing.
No, he's talking about Biden because Biden said something about the spine of America.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little behind. He needs to be hooked up to a navigation system, really. He needs to be hooked up to a freaking, he needs a car battery charger. One on each lobe. No, he wanted to leave because it was raining and it wasn't. Yeah, right. He's been fighting for years. It's his time.
They just need to hang an ice cream cone, chocolate chip from the thing, and
got a stick and an ice cream cone on the stick. McCarthy. That's who it is. It was McCarthy who said it. Yes, not Newt. McCarthy. He said neither Biden nor Trump. They don't want Biden or Trump out on the campaign trail. Hello, Ramon. Good to see you. They're spending $5 million on this insanity, meaning the alcohol, California. Everything they're throwing at Trump will backfire. Yeah. Damn, we need to move there. Yeah. I wonder if they have ladies' night. Do ladies drink freer?
Well, then that would be the whole state because everybody is friggin' transgender girl.
I love Debbie. We are multi-intelligent. Yes, we are. Americans are smarter than the bureaucrats because they're morons. Yeah, but we elected them. We have to do something about this. He should contact Elon Musk. Biden should to invent something to keep him going. Yeah, really. Elon has all that great new technology. Oh, if only. All right. So I thought this was cute. Did you know that if you put coins on a train track, well, watch.
So we put 2 quarters, a nickel, a penny, and a dime on the tracks. Here comes the train. All right, let's go see what happened.
And in New York, we put people on the tracks. So
it still spells out Biden sucks.
Yep. Flesh and blood.
Oh my God.
That was pretty funny.
All right. So anyway, I mean, we're speaking of California, we're in Generation Z. They are just not content in being mentally deranged in their own head, right? They have to now take it out on their dogs, and they are abusing animals. And I want somebody to do something about this because this cannot go on. Watch. Poor dog. I can't even. I don't know where she went. Don't even ask me. I don't know. She's somewhere. She's just not here. Yeah, but Newsom lost $20 billion for the homeless. Newsom took over a state that had a surplus, and now he's in his deficit. Go figure. How'd that happen? Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, the poor damn dog. Did you see what happened to that dog?
Yeah, it was transgender.
No more frisbees, no more sticks. No, now we're going to turn them into fairies. Are you kidding me?
It's a fag.
Oh my God, I can't. Generation zombie. Yeah, exactly. Generation zombie. I don't understand. I don't understand. No such thing as a bad dog. Only bad dog owners who mistreat their dog. Tell me something, Ramon. Is that dog abuse? That is animal abuse. That
put
dog
wings on the dog? I didn't see what they do.
You put wings on the dog, put a frilly skirt on the dog, and made the dog go get a purse and stare at it.
Do you not remember what I did with Sophie when I brought her home?
I don't care.
She was wearing.
I don't care. That's Sophie does not do that. That's. Oh my God!
I have to tell you, your phlegm is so sexy.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to. I've taken everything I could. I did. Oh my God! The military mascot. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. That dog seems to like it. Yes, of course the dog likes it, Bobby, because the owner made it like it. Probably withholds treats unless it does that.
Yeah. It's like a 3-year-old boy when they tell them they want to be a girl. They'll wear a dress and they like it.
That's right. That's right. A lipstick on a pig. Yeah. I'd vote for either dog for president if Trump is out. Okay. And here's the proof that cats are smarter than dogs. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments, but they're smarter than dogs. Watch.
Hi, my name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am this.
Shut up.
This is absurd behavior. Mr. Chief, face the camera.
Those cats are not wearing wings and they're not getting purses. The one got baloney in its face.
And they're not using pronouns.
They're not using, and they're not letting you use pronouns either.
No.
You will not use me in your stupid TikTok video talking about your pronouns.
That's exactly why I'm afraid of cats.
I will not be a part of it. Andrew, how are you, Andrew? Good to see you. Dogs' lives matter. That's right. I have a cat and I agree they train us. We train dogs. It's true. No argument from me. Okay. Well, if only we could get Biden to be trained like that dog. Well, speaking of bitches, here's a little Generation Z bitch for you. You tell me what you think of this one.
The only one whose narcissistic parent would show up to every single event I was ever involved in. This is one of those weird ones where I always felt like speaking about this behavior negatively could be perceived in the wrong way, like my parent was just being supportive, and how lucky was I to have a parent who always showed up. Boo-hoo, your parent was there for you. But did you also feel like sometimes it was a bit excessive, especially if it was a bit more of a repetitive thing where maybe I was doing the same thing on multiple days in a row? Like, you do not have to attend every one. And what makes this lean more towards the negative, in my opinion, in terms of behavior, is that if I ever didn't want them to show up to every single showing of something, that was considered to be disrespectful. It was very much that taking me out of school for lunch, sort of picking me up and dropping me off everywhere I went energy, where on the surface, it seems very convenient, very thoughtful even, but it's a pattern of controlling behavior, I think, for narcissistic parents that prevented me from practicing independence and developing relationships outside of my immediate family.
Did they attend too many things before or after it was Screech from Saved by the Bell? Was it before? I don't know what it was before, if it was a girl or a boy, before it was Screech.
Could you imagine? They're narcissistic parents because they were supporting it. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Oh, we're still in the cats and dogs. Adjectival pronouns used in conjunction with adverbs.
All right, stop being smart.
He can't stop being smart. That's just who he is. She must have had her 2 shots of alcohol in California. Really? Yeah, right, exactly. Restricted lifestyle, huh? Right, exactly, Martin Lee. Could you imagine your kids saying, you're coming to too many of my things. You're cramping my style.
I wish I would have said that throughout all the baseball games and flag football, and I'm like, okay. But we have to go back on this alcohol thing in California because I need to know what this is about after.
Okay, so Newsom is spending $5 million to supply homeless alcoholics with alcohol. And he's using the COVID rules to do it.
What COVID rules?
Remember where all the liquor stores were open during COVID? You were allowed to have, you could buy liquor, but you couldn't go to church. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So don't ask me why. I mean, he's freaking high all the time. He's him and his buddies. And I'm thinking that it's wine. Probably doesn't he have a vineyard and Pelosi has a vineyard? Don't they all have vineyards? It's probably.
Well, hopefully they're just poisoning it.
Oh, God forbid. That's why she didn't mean that. She didn't mean that because a lot of.
Who are you looking up to? God. You're looking up to God. God likes wine. Okay, fine. But
no, a lot of those homeless people are veterans. But instead of spending the money to get them the mental help that they need, he's spending money to give them alcohol.
I didn't mean that. I meant because they're from California. Everyone from California should be poisoned.
Oh.
I was ruling out one group.
No, well, California. Now, loving parents are narcissists. Yes, 100% loving parents are narcissists.
Yes. But when she wants a penis and they don't give it to her, then there's going to be an issue.
Exactly.
But Daddy, I want a penis.
Well, I told you, you can't win with these kids. You can't win. So all those helicopter moms out. All those Dr. Spock books gone. You're now narcissistic parents who only want to go to the games so that you can show off your kids. Alcohol withdrawal is one of the few you can die from, so I guess they're preventing deaths or hospital overcrowding. I'm just thinking that he's high on crack. The two of you have me cracking the.
Yeah, 2 free shots a day is not gonna. I don't think. Yeah, could give you pancreatitis.
I don't know. It's all right. So this guy from Montana knows what is.
The food stamps program is administered by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. They proudly report that they distribute free meals and food stamps to 46 million people on an annual basis. Meanwhile, the National Park Service, ran by the U.S. Department of Interior, ask us to please do not feed the animals when we visit the parks. Their stated reason for this policy is being that the animals will grow accustomed and dependent on the handouts, and they will never learn to take care of themselves. Now, let me be clear. I have no problem helping people. I believe we need a social safety net. I think we should always help the homeless, the disenfranchised, those families that are struggling. I have no problem helping the elderly, disabled, our veterans, the children. But shouldn't we create a program that at least has the same common sense that we use for animals? You see, if we continue to create a welfare state, if we don't allow people to better themselves, then we will always have the problems we have.
You didn't see half that video.
I was trying to send you my TikTok.
Okay.
I downloaded it.
Okay. So I'm wondering if food stamps is going to have alcohol now. Is that how they're going to get the alcohol with food stamps? I mean, come on. So this guy has a point. The food stamp program is, wants an award for giving out so much free food to people so that they don't have to go out and work and get it themselves. But you're not allowed to feed the animals in the park, because if you feed the animals in the park, then they won't be able to survive on their own. But we don't apply that when it comes to people. So that was what that was all about. Why did my parents give me an eggplant? I want a peach. Okay. An eggplant. What do you do with an eggplant when you're a kid? Here, cook this. California, the fruitcake state. Well, rum cake. I can't laugh. I can't, because then I'll be coughing. Is he talking about the protesters on the campus? Don't feed the animals. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm so glad someone else brought this up. The government obviously believes the animal are smarter than people. They are. They're smarter than Gen Z for sure.
They just because they eat the bad breed, the bad ones in the pack. They just eat them. They kill them and eat them.
Yeah, well, that's right. So does that mean that we should let the wild animals out on the campus and let whoever fend for themselves? We're moving in the opposite directions, more subsidies than ever. Absolutely, we are. 3.5 million families came off welfare under Trump. Absolutely. And that's not what our government wants. Our government wants us all dependent on it. You realize, right? These protesters have destroyed billions of dollars worth of private property. They have destroyed businesses. They have destroyed government cars, vehicles, all this stuff. But they are not bad. The ones that were bad were the ones that went to the Capitol on January 6th, the People's House, and demanded that they be heard about the vote. They wanted to be heard on the floor of Congress. But the Congress people all ran and hid under their desks and never listened to the people, never let the people speak.
Because they were going to get raped.
Yes, they were going to go get raped. It's right. It's right. EBT discount.
Listen, go ahead, read that. No, I was going to say, instead of giving EBT, because you can, and everyone knows this, you can bring your EBT card, bring it to the bodega, you give him the EBT card, he gives you cash, he gives you cigarettes, he gives you liquor. Really, they should put lines where, and they're all over here, where you have to go stand outside of the church to get your food. You get like the vegetables, and that's what you get. And you're going to have to get up, and you're going to have to go outside in the snow or the rain or the wind or whatever to collect your food.
Well, how about going to work? All the jobs that Biden supposedly created. How about getting up off your fat ass and going to work? Now being obese.
Going to happen. What I'm saying is they keep spending our money it's frivolously that at least use your brain if you're going to give away our money.
They can't use their. They have their agenda, and their agenda is keep Americans dumb and dependent on government so that you can have an authoritarian government that tells you what to do, when to do it. And that's how you gain power. You have the people working for the government instead of the government working for the people. Our founding fathers are losing their minds right now. Losing their minds. What did you miss? Too much for us to fill you in on. Too much. But you can always watch reruns, Billy. You could just play it again. You get 50 cents on the dollar. Yeah, for food stamps. They are thieves. Yep. They're definitely thieves. Jen, you're so cute. Such an optimist.
I am. Listen, you know what? If I really wanted to be a dick, I'd just give them a pack of seeds and let them grow their own goddamn fucking. Now you're a farmer.
Now you're a farmer. We gave you Queen $250 billion already. That's 100%. That's frivolous. All right. Well, look at what they're doing with the food stamp money, Jen.
Well, look, Dominic said you cannot use them for alcohol or cigarettes. No, you can't. But what you can do is bring your food stamp card to the bodega and you give it to the owner, who in return gives you cash to buy cigarettes and alcohol.
That's right.
So, and then he uses it for food for his
scam
family.
for everything.
Of course. And that's what they do.
All right, Jennifer, watch her eyes. Watch her eyes.
And for dinner.
And she's got more viewers than we do, for sure.
And for dinner is a pizza sausage with cottage cheese and mustard. So good. Oh. My favorite sausage of all time. And then we have some roasted potatoes. Some cheddar broccoli. Cheddar broccoli?
Yeah.
Cheddar broccoli noodles. Oh yeah. I love them. They're like little ringly corkscrew noodles. And then of course we just have some plain green beans with some mustard drizzled on top. Whoops. I lost my bean.
You lost your bean?
In the pool of cottage cheese and mustard.
That's terrible.
She's like that real life pig in the bathroom. The real version with her trough.
5,000 likes.
Well, there is a website
likes.
that men pay just to watch women eat. There's a girl that makes $1 million a year for eating king crab legs, pasta with her hands, with a bra on.
I miss my calling, man. I miss my calling.
Oh, no, you could still do it. They'd love it.
Migrants get $1,000 a month. Yep. In a southern accent. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell yeah. She got more followers than us. Oh, crap. She should check if she's pregnant. Pregnant? Oh, my God.
No, she covered her baby in mustard and cottage cheese and ate it.
Oh, me too. Well, they do. She just came from a pot dispensary. Really?
Listen, I did not eat today. I had breakfast. I'm trying to lose weight for the wedding. I would eat that right now.
Hey, Billy D, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you, buddy? Oh, my God. All right. Well, let's see what else we got here. Okay. So, and then there are people who, especially Gen Z, right? Their hearts are so big. They want to help everybody because they think that they have all the power. Well, watch.
Taking a drive, I was an ideal, looked so alive. Turns out I'm not real, just something you paid for. What was I made for? 'Cause turns out I'm not real, just something you paid for.
The Z's don't understand that from X up.
Hey, neighbor, you all right? Okay.
Oh my God.
They
We don't
all
need
just need
nothing.
to get their uteruses and their sperm deleted from their lives. Just take them out
Oh,
just remove it.
Oh, we still got, let's see. She is enjoying her sausage, cheddar broccoli, and roasted potatoes, cottage cheese, and mustard. Oh my God. Yeah. She's not a chef. I must get a bra.
Where do you get a pizza sausage?
I don't know. Oh my God. All right. Long time no see. Yes, indeed. Since Sandy, I think, Billy. You guys got to start eating on this podcast. You really make people get some viewers. Oh my gosh.
Pasta and politics.
Yeah, pasta and politics. That's good, Jen. I need to take over your house. Yeah. Yeah, right, exactly. Are you okay? Because I could fix it for you.
I'm gonna squat there in about a week because my parents are up my ass asking me if I'm okay.
Well, so after all, everything on the college campuses went kind of sort of back to normal, and people showed up for graduation. This happened.
Michinlu Iabri. Jesiku Lynn Bower. Aliyah Benamon. Alisuna Cole Bishop. Victoria Lee Zubeth-Ross. Marlena Zobeth Camp. Allison Care Camp Bull. Tamulme Thomas. Wait a minute. Let me see. What are the names in here? Okay.
They had the Helen Keller of assholes announcing their name. I would have punched her in the face. I would have. So she was trying to make like Islamic names for these people.
I don't know what the hell she was doing.
Well, they didn't pull out of the basement from the special class to read
They
them.
must have. I have
No, she was doing it on purpose. These were all, if you listen to them, she was sort of trying to change their names into.
And could be to Islamic. I don't know. Is all I know is that only Thomas.
Islam, I know.
Only Thomas had the nerve to speak up. I mean, how many names did she miss altogether? Oh my gosh, I can't even.
What school was that?
Their
Their reading
percentage
rate must be atrocious.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That was a nursing college. So she was faculty.
You have to take 20 milligrams of aspirin and Dick Fukin in your aspirin. You imagine? I hate everybody.
Oh my God, I can't. I think Thomas Jefferson was smarter as a speaker. I think right now in his grave, he'd be better as a speaker.
Biden is better.
Biden. Oh my God. Okay, Bobby. See you later. Yeah, Harvard professor, definitely. Rectum cavity. Oh my God. Right? Why did they let her keep going? I don't know. I would have been furious. Oh my gosh. It was Thomas Jefferson University. That's right. Love my idea. Letitia can't stop laughing. Oh my God, she can't breathe. All right, let's see what else I got here. Okay, got a couple more for you. This person must have attended that university. The one who wrote the headlines. Watch.
And here's the thing. Americans do not understand statistics. We really don't. Check this out. These are true headlines. I couldn't even make these up. This is true. Statistics show that teen pregnancy drops off significantly after age 25. That is shocking. I would have thought it dropped off, I don't know, around 20 I would have guessed. Pretty much down to zero, but no, it hangs on for 5 more years. Here's some other ones. We hate masks, say 4 in 10. A majority of Americans. Clearly, they're not in the STEM program. Death is the nation's top killer. Really? Did we need a study for that? Homicide victims rarely talk to police. Have they been trying to get the information? Prop him up, Bob. Who the hell killed you, buddy? You're not helping anybody here.
He's a funny guy, Don McMillan. This is funny too. I just love when CNN has to actually admit the truth. Watch.
As someone worried about the prospects of a second Trump term, I think it's best to be honest about reality. I understand that polls are not always accurate, but in general, they have tended to underestimate Donald Trump's support, not overestimate it. I doubt that there are many shy Biden voters in the country. The economy has been in a robust recovery for more than 2 years now, with unemployment hitting a 54-year low in 2023 and increasing only slightly since then. But Biden is getting little credit for it. The shift here is stark. On the question of who voters trust more to deal with the economy, Trump has a 22-point lead over Biden, according to an NBC poll from January. This marks a 15-point bump for Trump compared to the same poll in 2020. Only 33% of Americans said they approved of Biden's handling of the Israel-Hamas war, which is now opposed both by people who think he is too soft and people who think he is too hard on Israel. Meanwhile, Republicans seem to be uniting behind Trump. Whatever opposition he faced in the primaries has largely melted away. And the trials against him keep him in the spotlight, infuriate his base, who sees him as a martyr, and even may serve to make him the object of some sympathy among people in general who believe that his prosecutors are politically motivated. This happens to be true, in my opinion. I doubt the New York indictment would have been brought against a defendant whose name was not Donald Trump.
Thank you, Fareed.
And there we go. I mean, it's becoming obvious even to them, and some of them can't keep the lie up. It's great. Jen, I can't get your video and get it downloaded, but I'll do it for next week, I promise. But for everybody else, go to TikTok and
I'm way more famous over there.
Funny chick, and you can see her commentary. She really is. You need to take your TikTok videos and put them up on Instagram.
Well, they're too long. You're only allowed a minute and a half on Instagram. That one is on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Polls are never accurate, especially when disguised under a dress. That's great. Oh my God. Because everyone dropped out of the workforce. If almost 50 million are on food stamps, how is that a 2-year recovery? Well, look at Jennifer's video says it all. Why don't you talk about it, Jen? The crime crime statistics.
No, it was Jean-Paul Pierre saying that it's an all-time low in 50 years under Biden's administration, under his being king of the country. And then I looked up all the statistics, and it says in 2021 the data was all messed up because they decided to go with a new way of gathering info, and it was almost like the flu with COVID, how it disappeared.
Yep.
There is none. And when you look at Metrotech, not Metrotech, I forget what it's called, but it's where the data is. From 1960 to 2024, I want to see the crime rates, but it stops at 2022. There's nothing past it, even though it says till 2024. The last year was 2022.
Right.
So
they're sheepling us again.
Yeah.
So they're lying. They're omitting information,
Well,
and
not
they're
even that. And also, when a Venezuelan or a migrant commits a crime, they report it as a white male, not because they don't have, it's black or white. They don't have, we spoke about this too.
Right, they don't have Hispanic. Well, I mean, interestingly, though, if you go to any medical facility, it's like Hispanic, you write up the rear end. Are you white? Are you Hispanic? Are you of Hispanic origin? Which kind of Hispanic are you? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. When you stop prosecuting crimes, the stats go down. Exactly, Colleen. That's what she's saying. But Karine Jean-Pierre is saying that we're at an all-time low.
But when you look at the data, it's non-existent.
Yeah,
and that's on Wikipedia. Wikipedia even says it.
Yep.
2021, no good after that.
Yeah. All right. Well, this guy is the cousin to the woman that was calling the names at graduation.
All right, say and spell your first and last name, please.
You let me know when you're ready now.
Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, say and spell your first and last name, please.
What you want me to start off?
Say and spell your first and last name, please.
What?
Say and spell your first and last
name. Okay. They call me Can Man.
Okay.
All right.
What's your real name?
Ozell Gary.
Okay, will you spell your first real name?
Huh?
Spell your first last name.
You can't read? My name Ozell Gary.
Okay, well, I need to know how to spell it.
Well, I just letting you know. I'm down here from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
I born and raised here.
Okay.
I lived here 33 years. I thought things might would change, but I see it ain't changing no more.
Can I get you to spell your name for me, please?
O-Z-E-double-A, I just told you.
Okay, will you spell your last name?
J-R-Y. Okay.
So, do you have anything else about the storm?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just told that's God's word.
I understand that, but that's what we're doing the story on.
Well, yeah, but I was just saying.
No, I know.
You ain't gonna never change. Ain't nothing gonna change that but death. I just told you.
I know. Well, do you have anything else in when we left out about the storm?
I know food. See, these my nieces. I got to say what to say. I tell you, they both just bought food, all that baby stuff. They gonna go down the dream. See what I'm talking? If they gonna pay for the food, hell no. They black. They might pay for the white food, but they ain't gonna pay for the black food. Right. They don't give a damn.
Well, we appreciate you talking with us.
I done said all I got to say.
No, I know.
A lot of people like to hold back, but I don't hold back nothing. I tell you just like it is. I'm getting the hell out of here. I ain't gonna stay here.
I don't think it's very appropriate that Biden was in blackface.
He's part of the Biden administration for sure. Jen's TikTok is at Funny Chick, right? NYC? At Funny Chick NYC. And her Instagram too. Yeah, convictions are decreasing. Handman was in back room during the trial when the prostitute was in the stand. Let me just say something. If that's a Detroit accent, I have a Southern accent.
Yeah, no,
that man was from Mississippi, Louisiana, one of those bayou states for sure, 100%. I don't know what was going on there. All right, our final word is going to be from Dick Van Dyke.
I'm Dick Van Dyke. You may remember me. I used to fall down a lot on purpose. I don't speak up a lot, but there's something on my mind that I wanted to talk about. You know, our Supreme Court has delayed any decision about a president's immunity, and at the same time they have stalled everything so that Donald Trump's path back to the White House is pretty clear now. And when that happened, both of the cable network stations printed headlines, corrupt. Our Supreme Court is corrupt. And then nothing. Silence. Not another word been spoken about it by anybody. They dropped the subject as if they'd been squelched. At the same time, for some reason, our college students, out of the blue, became very concerned about what's happening in the Middle East. I'm beginning to feel a little manipulated somehow. Think about it, will you? Thanks.
Dick Van Dyke's falling for Trump.
Well, when you're as old as Dick Van Dyke, you've seen a lot of stuff go on in your government.
I thought he died in the 80s, so.
No. Kermit the Frog has endorsed Trump for president. Yeah. Dick Van Dyke over Joe Biden. Yeah. What's the other one? The one.
Michael Rappaport.
Michael Rappaport. Oh my God. Well, Michael Rappaport is on a tear about Biden, so we're starting to see them come over a little at a time. Well, thank you all for being here. Please, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. That's the best place to watch us, or at least be subscribed to us. I know a lot of you don't like YouTube. You rather have Rumble. Rumble is a little bit difficult for us. We can't break through on Rumble. I don't know what's going on there. But YouTube has finally stopped taking us down. So maybe you'll like and subscribe to the YouTube channel or watch us on X. Last week we had a plethora of people on X. It was great. Anyway, Jen, anything?
Nope, I'm going to eat.
All right. Well, thank you all. I'm sorry for my coughing fits, but thank you all for joining us. Have a nice
Good night.
evening, and we'll see you next Tuesday.